Lawmaker is fighting to change state and religious law. She says it's about protecting kids from sex abuse.
Yeah, this proposal calls on priests and members of clergy to report child abuse and neglect. So on paper, it sounds pretty simple, but as Fox 13's AJ Janavel reports, the debate is becoming contentious over religious implications.
The reason this is controversial is because this law would require priests to report abuse that they learned about through confession, something that goes against their religion.
I am myself a survivor of sexual abuse. I was abused from the ages of 5 to 10. And only when I told my 5th grade teacher that I was being abused did it stop.
A fight personal to her own life. Senator Noelle Frame has been pushing to change state law for years to add priests and clergy to the list of mandated reporters of abuse. This year is different, though. She's pushing the law forward without any restrictions, specifically when it comes to confession.
At a personal human level, couldn't stomach the idea of having an exemption any longer, and I think we need to go straight to all clergy should report child abuse and neglect, no matter what context in which they learn that information, because it's about protecting children.
This is where controversy arises.
Is the liturgy. It's an act of worship. It's prayer. For us, the seal of confession is essential to the rite because the penitent has the right to confess their sins without worrying their sins will become public. The penalty for breaking that seal is excommunication.
Bishop Frank Schuster says he supports this effort, but says including confession is a violation of their freedom of religion.
This is a sacrament that comes from Christ, you see. That's it. This is coming from the Lord, this sacrament. And so it's impossible for a priest to comply this bill in this one instance.
You're failing us. If religious communities don't want to put members of their clergy into an impossible situation, then they can change their doctrine and their rules.
I reached out to the Washington State Catholic Conference, who responded with a statement that reads, in part, the Washington State Catholic Conference, representing the 5 Catholic bishops, are supportive of making sure clergy report reasonable suspicions of abuse. However, we do ask that the state respects our right to practice our religion and make an exemption for information received in the sacrament of confession. The statement goes on to say, Senate Bill 5375 clearly states that clergy are the only group with a recognized privilege for certain communications who lose that privilege in the reporting context despite First Amendment protections for the free exercise of religion. The bill continues to protect attorney-client privilege and all other privileges. This is a topic we'll continue to keep an eye on. Reporting in Seattle, I'm AJ Janavel, Fox 13 News.